the party was lit with the gigantic robots they had dancing in the middle of the
so
thing.
fun.
The little pool areas that we had that were like our little private oases. I like that. To me was like the most plushest part of everything, was having our own private pools.
Oh yeah, and like big walls so no one could see in, so everyone could just be naked. They could.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Stag View. Who do I have here with me today?
You have the beautiful Bella Joie with you here today.
Bella what? What's the last part?
Bella Joie.
Bella Joie?
Joie.
Like, what is that's a type of animal, ain't it? Like a baby something.
No, it means joy in French.
Oh, I thought that was like a baby kangaroo. I thought that's what you called a baby.
Oh yeah, that is Joey.
Joey. Okay. I'm sorry. I was sorry. See, I wasn't slipping like that. I was like, oh, are you a baby kangaroo?
Close, yeah.
So, welcome.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Is this your first podcast?
It is my first podcast.
For real?
For
like
real.
ever? Well, I feel honored.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done something right in the world.
You have.
So, I love that. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How did we get here? How did Bella Joie come to be? I guess that's always the first question people want to know is, where did you come from and where are you going? So let's start with where you came from.
Where I came from. Okay, that's a pretty broad question.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I come from? Well, we can start with the fact that I'm 25.
Okay.
I'm a content creator, adult content.
Okay.
And I have been doing that for 2 years. Before that, worked vanilla jobs and I hated life, but did the damn thing.
You made sure to throw in that vanilla job. What was your vanilla job?
Sales.
You're in sales. Okay. How'd you like sales? What'd you sell?
Cosmetics.
Okay.
That was fitting. That was fun.
Yeah.
And then outdoor furniture.
Okay.
When I say vanilla, I'm being so for real.
I wasn't expecting the outdoor furniture. The cosmetic, I can see that. That fits the vibe.
Yeah, totally.
But like the lawn chairs, I can see that one coming. They must have been some expensive ass outdoor furniture.
It was, and I was the top salesperson.
Living in Florida, you'd be surprised what there's a market for. Like,
Totally.
patio furniture is like its own like separate entity. Like people really be having whole designs for the outside areas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you made sure to bring those to life.
Oh yeah, I wanted to make money.
Oh,
if it was money, it was for me.
Okay, I ain't mad. The hustle was there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, at what point were you like, fuck this vanilla shit, I'm out?
So I did that, and then I did social media marketing for a skincare company.
Okay.
So I did that for like a year. And I had been doing content and OnlyFans just like on the side. It's like a little bit of a side hustle. Because I was doing YouTube at the time.
Okay.
And so I was trying to maximize income with that. And so I was like, if I have a large male viewership, I can transfer it over into adult content.
Of course.
I was doing like pictures and topless stuff, but nothing full nude. And was doing that for about a year, and then met some friends and met a bunch of people, and they were really making bank and doing well and like loved
What they were doing.
Yeah, loved what they were doing, loved schedule. They were able to lived the way that they wanted to. And I was like really inspired by that. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to quit my job, making not enough money to survive on OnlyFans. And I was like, I'm going to give it a try and see what I can do. And with the help of like a lot of people and people kind of coaching and helping me out, definitely made it happen.
All right, that's what's up. So when you say you had an OnlyFans and it was just on the side, have you always been freaky? Have you always been wild? Or was the OnlyFans just there to monetize? You're like, I'm just going to show them feet pics, throw a couple nudes up, call it a wrap.
No, always have been freaky in the personal life. Always like big into hookup culture. Always big into like dating apps and hooking up that way. It was just like very free.
Gotcha.
And so I kind of was like, I'm doing it for fun in my personal life and private behind closed doors. So why not see what would happen when I share it?
I gotcha.
Type of thing. And it was like a really hot concept that people were so interested and intrigued and like jerking off and getting off to you. Like that was such a hot idea to me.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel that. I got that same little bit of like that little dopamine hit when it comes to people like giving my wife credit. Like, I love that shit. Like, when people are like, oh, your wife is so, I'm like, thank you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. As if I made her or something. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you started making content, and was it a easy thing like to come into, like as far as like filming with other creators? I know hookup culture makes it a little easier.
Totally.
But when it comes to like really getting out there and going like, all right, now I'm here to make content, it's a little bit different because now you have to get the model releases. You know, there's things that go into it, testing, et cetera, et cetera. When you're just, you know, doing it back in the old day like we used to, you know, you just, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
Around what time can you be here? Let's wham, bam, thank you, man. Get the fuck out the door. You know?
Totally.
This is a little bit different because there are relationships that are built in content. You know what I mean? And you can't rub somebody the wrong way. I mean, you can, but it could eventually end up bad for you if you do because of the way, you know, the culture is in the industry and in content creation. So you always have to make sure you're on your P's and Q's. Would you say that it's like changed what you do for the better? Or would you like every now and again like to just go back to those days when it was just raw and fun?
No, it's definitely changed. And you definitely do have to be more accountable. Because back in the day, I didn't give a fuck if someone liked me or not. I was just down to fuck. And then if it wasn't a good vibe, then I just never see you again.
Facts.
And there was like no accountability held for the way that you acted or handled the interaction.
Facts.
So now there definitely is more, one, just like being accountable with how you interact with people in a sexual way, but two, like the desire to build relationships with people. Cause like in this industry, I care more and I'm friends with these people. And there's people obviously you collab with that you're not necessarily friends with, but you still have a desire to like have a good bond and relationship there. Do I miss it? I mean, I guess like there still is like that dirty sense of like sexiness of someone you don't know at all.
Facts. That
you just like hit up on a dating app, they come over, you fuck, and then you never talk to them again. Like that is hot. But I think that it's good to like have that balance. You can't completely lose something that in the past was so enjoyable for you.
Facts.
Just because you're redirecting your job or your interest or your career. So I feel like it's important to kind of try to have both.
Gotcha. I think being in the lifestyle, because you guys are in the lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
I think that gives us a healthy place to explore that right there.
Totally.
Because, you know, a lot of people don't really understand how the differences between the lifestyle and content creation can be sometimes.
Yeah.
But there is a huge difference because in the lifestyle, some people don't get tested. Some people don't take the same, you know, precautions and things like that. And it is a little risky. You know, when you go to a content event, you know, or you don't have that same thought process. Did this person do this and this before they got here? When you go to a swinger party, it's like, I don't know. I got to use a condom. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got, you know, you just don't know. And there's a little bit of a hotness that comes with not knowing. A lot of people won't admit it, but there's a little like, oh no,
totally,
kind of
like,
hot. It's like
dirty,
the risk is a dirty risk, you know. Which fucking happens. It happens, and that's what makes the lifestyle like part of it so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the risk. I think that anything that's worth doing is a little risky.
Totally.
That's
absolutely agree. Yeah.
Totally the truth.
And then, I mean, I'm a trans woman, so being trans in content definitely helped grow it a lot. Yeah. And I think allowed me to make a lot of connections with people that in one way were a little bit easier to make because there are a lot of trans women in porn. Yeah. There are a lot, but I mean, they're definitely spread out. And there's definitely like different groups of women that do studio porn and more professional stuff. And then there's women that do just the content. And then there's the level of like working girls and escorts and that whole category. And they don't really cross over to porn. And then there's not a lot of trans girls in lifestyle either. So it kind of like created this own little lane for myself that I think made it super, it was easier to grow, I think, than some other women in this space that are cis women, natural born females.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So with that being said, do you think, so when in 2020, when OnlyFans blew the fuck up, right?
Yeah. We
were the token interracial couple.
Okay.
Right? So everybody wanted, like people that we had reached out to on SDC, and I'm not gonna say the couples, but there were a couple couples that we had reached out to previously on SDC that didn't even give us a whim, wink, or wiggle, that all of a sudden we're in our DMs like, hey, I would love to collab with you. I would love to do things like that. Because, you know, they wanted to have the
That
black
token.
guy, you know,
Yeah.
in the thing, and they're like, well, we know that they're comfortable and that they're safe. So, and he's not super big, so like that'll work over there. Like that. I'm good with him. I'm good with them. She's hot. He's good. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I realized like that first year, I was literally the token black guy in a lot of different spaces. Like we were getting invited, and it was new to me.
Yeah.
One, it was the pandemic. I was out of shape. You know, I was like probably 190 something pounds.
I doubt that it was that bad, but yeah.
It was that bad. Okay. It was bad because I wasn't prepared for the attention.
Right.
And I don't think you can just, guy or not, guys be like, oh yeah, man, I could, if I was at a party with a bunch of bad bitches, bro, I'll be out here slanging our dick, bro. No, the fuck you won't, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's different when, all right, the lights, camera, action.
Totally.
Lights, camera, action. Every weekend we were at somebody's house doing something, somewhere, driving, flying, consistently on the go. So it was like, damn. Like, do y'all even care about me?
Right.
Or do y'all just care about this D?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that way?
I think that at one point for sure, like it was a lot of attention and it was a lot to digest for sure. And it was overwhelming, but I just kind of like rode with it and tried to maximize as much as I could. You have to like take an opportunity and run with it.
I agree.
And then kind of, I feel like sift through people that are good intentions and genuinely care about you as a person versus care about having that token person in their content, whether you're black, whether you're trans, whatever it is, you know? So definitely a little bit. And then, you know, sometimes a little break is necessary, but
Facts.
but I think it was fun and it was different and it was exciting to have that level of desire for people to want you in their content and then to have a good result from having you in their content. To hear like, oh my God, that's selling well, or oh, that did really well, or oh, my fans love that. And, you know, I really had fun with you and I never thought that I would want to be with a trans girl or was interested in that. So that was really cool to have all of those responses for sure.
Gotcha. So you just gas, no breaks.
No, because when you're like getting into a whole new genre of work, it's like intimidating.
Yep.
And the result that you're going to see is the result of your work.
Agreed.
And so if you take a break too soon and you don't have things set up properly, then yeah, it's not going to work.
That's very true. That's very true. I think that goes both ways. Because a lot of
totally.
people get into, like, I'm a workaholic.
Right.
Like, once I find something that makes money or I find something that works for me, like, I do that shit every fucking day. Like,
Yeah.
basketball, I'm up 6 a.m. 3-4 days a week getting it in. People are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're not getting paid for that. I'm like, I'm not, but I love it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So anything you find that you love, I think sometimes it can become almost like an addiction because
Totally.
you're continuing to like grow and see progress and you get addicted to that progress.
Yeah.
You know, and as it feels like that there's no limit to how
Yeah.
far you can go and you just keep working and working. So that break is definitely necessary.
Totally. No, you're a hustler. You're always working. You're always having something new. You're always like executing ideas. I love it. It's inspiring.
I
Truly.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I try to work as much as I can. I feel like we ain't here for a long time, but we
No.
gonna be here for a good time. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So what has been your like aha moment or your wow moment? Like, I can't believe I fucking made it. Like, I'm here. Or have you had that moment yet? Like, has there been somebody that you wanted to work with or something that you wanted to do? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it was like, bam.
Yeah. I think, I
Like
think
DR.
I think there's been a lot of those moments, whether it was like lifestyle stuff or content stuff. And then there's obviously been moments where you have goals of, you know, maybe it's growing a platform to a certain point. And then when you hit that goal, you're like, oh my God, I'm really here. Yeah. And then you have to pivot and be like, okay, so like, what's the next step? Like, what am I going to do to continue to go and grow? Work-wise, I feel like, and content-wise, I feel like I've been able to explore different types of scenes and different types of things that were like desires that I think would have been a little bit more difficult to execute outside of content, which was fun. Like just recently I did like a 3-guy gangbang, which was really fun, and having to organize that and having guys come over that are like reliable and fun and tested, and it's all raw and it's just sexy and it's hot and I love being used. So it was cool to be able to like execute that. And then another thing is I just recently started to get into trans on trans content. And so I worked with Chanel Santini, and she is like kind of like an OG studio, super famous trans porn star.
Nice.
And I always like looked up to her for so long in that type of space. And so it was really cool to work with her, get to know her, and have that opportunity. And then another one was Emma Rose, another really popular trans content creator. She does content, she does mainstream stuff. She's just kind of all over the media. And she was really cool and open to work with me, even though my platform was much smaller than hers. And so it was really cool to get that recognition from other trans girls in the space.
That's awesome.
Sure.
That's got to be like one of the best feelings in the world. It's like when you go out and you've been working so hard at a craft, and then all of a sudden the people who have been working longer than you are looking at you going, "Good job, kid.
Yeah.
Doing your thing." You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Like
it's rewarding. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I definitely get that.
Yeah, no, that was really good.
That's fire. So what's next? I heard you say, you start thinking about like pivoting and things like that. When you see yourself pivoting, I mean, you just worked with 2 OGs, 2 top dogs. Like, where do you see yourself at next? Like, that's like putting your toe in.
Right.
Can you see yourself going and doing something like in the studios? Have you thought about, taking that leap and maybe trying to, take this all the way to the moon?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like doing content on my own platforms and stuff, I love having that sense of control over what you put out. And I love having like control over my content, but I absolutely have played with the idea of doing some studio scenes.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit more nerve-wracking to do that. Cause it's kind of fits more into the genre of it isn't as organic as when you set up your own scenes.
That's very true. On set, they have certain things, certain angles, certain positions that they're looking for. Oh,
Totally.
hey, can you be a little louder? Hey, can we move this leg? Hey, can you hold that right there?
Yeah.
All right, we got to get some pictures. So I definitely understand that, all respect to those professional porn stars that stay on set for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'm a content creator because I don't want to stay on set all day.
Yeah.
No,
but I thought about it because there's a level of exposure that you get from that. And I'm also just curious of like the experience of it all. Since I've never had that experience, I just kind of like want to know what it's like. But there's a couple trans production companies that I would want to work with. Cause it really just kind of fits that niche. It fits the demographic that the viewers would be looking for. And so I feel like it would be the best fit.
Gotcha.
So maybe by the end of this year or early next year, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm trying to get some connections and make things happen.
I think that's going to be crazy. I can't wait to hear how that goes. I can't wait to hear how that next year all just like phases together, because
totally.
I don't see you stopping. I don't see there being a ceiling. Ever since you stepped out, it was just like, she's here.
Oh my God, thank you.
It's the truth. That's how it works. Like I watch so many people's Twitters, their profiles, and I just peek in and just see what's going on. And you can just see the growth, like from the start to like where you are now, your confidence, everything throughout the whole situation. It's just really setting you up to be super successful. And I think if anybody stays with it, especially you, like you're a perfect storm. You're gonna be like, all right, next thing you know, you're everywhere.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I feel like when you finally change the mindset from like, oh, I'm just giving this a try and I'm going to see where this takes me, to like, oh, this is what I'm doing and this is where I want to go. Yeah. Then that's like the biggest change.
Yeah. I always say this to people when they ask me, like, yo, why do you always have so much going on? And I'm like, why? The why is because like if you set a goal, right? If you set a destination, you don't know how you're going to get there, but you just start walking to get there, right? Eventually you're going to come across something that's going to change your path. Yeah. It could be for the better or the worse, but it's going to change your path. Change your path. When that happens, you're going to get a chance to recalculate your goals, and you may be closer to your goals or maybe further away. Yeah. But you've moved now, and now you have experience.
Totally.
And I feel like as long as you keep moving, like,
yeah, it's one of those things where if you put yourself in a position where it's a sink or swim thing, you're going to make it happen. And then once you kind of get past that, and then you're swimming, you're like, okay, so how am I going to take it to the next step?
Exactly. How can I swim a little faster? Can I backstroke? Yeah. Can I butterfly? Like, what am I doing here? I feel it. I feel that. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Unrelated to content. Let's dig into Bella. Okay. So what are some things that Bella likes to do when she's not making content? Like, what do you do in your spare time? Like, where are you at? Like, are you a tennis player? Like, are you out, like on the courts with like a little, white dress on and a visor. Like,
Right.
What are you out there doing?
No, I have the outfits for it, but no, definitely not on the course. No, honestly, just I love like going out. I love having a good time, hanging out with friends, and doing that. I mean, did YouTube for a while more as like a hobby.
Okay.
Trying to step back into that a little bit.
Okay,
And
I'm sure your fans are gonna be
enjoy
happy to hear that for real, for real.
Absolutely, because it's just like a fun way to vlog your life, talk to people, and just put yourself out there in a more real type of not adult X-rated way,
Yeah.
which I think is also really fulfilling. Love like boating, going out to the beach, being in the sun,
Okay.
all of that. Yeah, Florida's the perfect place to be for that. So
We'll be on the water tomorrow.
I'm excited. It'll be fun. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Specifically like boating to a naked beach. Like I love being just like out naked, fun, and not even in like a sexual way. Just like being
Out
free.
in nature, naked, free.
Yeah, totally.
I ain't gonna lie. Being on the sandbar butt naked, it's
Sounds pretty
fun.
good.
It's fun, but it's nerve wracking. Okay.
Okay, why is that?
Because you're on a sandbar naked. I'll tell you that's why. Like, let's be realistic, okay? That's the one place you don't want to get stuck in these conditions is on a sandbar naked. Like, if the boat float away, we in a situation.
Right, it's like a castaway.
That's worse than Castaway. At least Castaway, he had trees.
True.
He had sand. He could get a fire. Like, we on a sandbar. I saw sharks out there.
Oh my God, you're so dramatic.
I'll be scared of that shit. Listen, I do this shit, so I'm not gonna lie. I do shit, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Are you like afraid of the ocean? Like, is that?
No, I'm not afraid of the ocean. The ocean doesn't scare me.
Well, no, I'm just
But
saying.
the
Like, you
things that
mentioned the
live
sharks.
in the ocean are definitely things that scare me. Like, I'm not from the ocean. It's like, as a black child, you learn very quickly there's certain places that you probably shouldn't go.
Okay.
For whatever, nefarious reason, there's a place you shouldn't go. I feel like the ocean has places like that. Okay, like that you should just like as a human being with no fins, no gills, no blowholes. I feel like you shouldn't stay on places that can easily access to the land.
Okay, I guess I can see it. Totally.
Oh, and I can't float. I can swim, but I can't float.
Oh, you'll get exhausted real fast. Well, we'll just make sure the boat doesn't float away.
First of all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be out here trying to buy safety trunks. Those trunks that's inflatable and shit.
Oh,
I'll be trying to have. That's what I be trying to have when I'm on the boat, just in case. There's a bloat float away. At least I'm good. See, my wife can float.
Right.
No problem. She can just. Not me. I sink.
But then when you're naked, you don't even have the option of those shorts, so you're just really.
I'm thinking about tying them around my neck, like a cardigan.
I love it. You're prepared.
I'm so like I just be nervous. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm always. Y'all ever notice when I'm on the boat, I'm always drunk as fuck.
No, you haven't been out on our boat yet.
No, but I was on a boat with you guys when we went out the other time.
Oh,
was pretty fucking
yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
we've been on two boats. We went in DR too, but that was
DR
more
was-
like that was like not a boat.
DR
It
wasn't a boat.
was, but
that wasn't real.
it was
like
like a
we could
big
see the
deck.
shore. Actually,
Yeah.
I was quite comfortable. I was like, yo, we can make it back. We can make it back.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And DR was different, and we were drunk the whole time. Anyways, like I don't remember.
No, I was drunk before we even got on the boat. Yeah.
Let's talk about DR because you were there. I haven't had one person on the fucking podcast outside of
Okay,
Mr.
let's
Sully
talk
that
about
was
it.
in DR and could actually like vouch for how lit that fucking trip was.
No, it was so good.
Like that trip was fire. Like
I went into it not knowing what to expect because it was a whole big group of like lifestyle swingers, but then there was a whole subcategory of lifestyle people that also do content.
exactly
And so there was a bunch of people that we didn't really know going into it.
facts.
And so I was a little bit nervous. But once we got there and everyone was just hanging out and having a good time, it was just like a whole big group of friends.
That's literally how I felt after day one because we got there so late. After day one, it was like everybody was already like vibing and chilling. So we kind of like came into the vibe, like, and it was in the evening too. It was like right before food got there. It was just we came in at a weird point. I felt like in the trip we had already missed like the proper introductions. Hey, everybody, this is everything set up.
Right.
Pick your room. Like we just came in, got a room, and was just there.
Yeah.
And I felt like in the morning because you remember Mitra was sick, so
Yeah, because you guys kind of like stayed away a little bit.
yeah, because she didn't feel good, and I'm like. Guess I'm stuck over here. And then I remember like the end of day two, I was like, yo, I can't be over here by myself with you and your sick ass. I gotta go. She was like, just have fun. I don't know what to do. I'm like, just don't die. I'll be back. And that's what everybody saw me finally.
Yeah.
But I remember like after that, like when we were there for the next like day and a half, it was just beautiful. Like the party was lit with the gigantic robots they had dancing in the middle of the thing.
It was so fun.
The little pool areas that we had that were like our little private oases. Mm-hmm. I like that to me was like the most plushest part of everything was having our own private pools.
Oh yeah, and like big walls so no one could see in. So everyone could just be naked. They could be fucking. They could just have fun.
Yep.
You could just be partying and drinking and just watching people naked and fucking if you wanted to. And it was just kind of like everyone just did their own thing. And I think it was really cool to like meet new people, make new relationships with people, and now have friends from, you know, Texas and Virginia and all over.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to do something like that again.
Oh, totally.
Like on every single level, I want to do that again. I don't know how to organize. Like I know I probably could, but I don't know if I had the bandwidth to organize something like that. But if you guys ever decide to,
okay. Well, I'm like the least organized person ever.
No, I know, but you got the most connections. So if you ever decide,
okay,
you know who we're gonna get to do this? We're gonna con Genesis into organizing this.
Okay,
Genesis, you're gonna organize this for us.
Get ready.
Get ready. I think she would be the
ready.
perfect one. I'm ready for
my
it. My
passport's ready. I'm already on the website buying airline tickets.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Oh, one more thing. Are you single?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. I don't think we mentioned that. I don't think we mentioned that you had a significant other.
No, I have a significant other. We've been together for almost 2 years.
Okay.
In lifestyle for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Pretty much immediately after we started dating.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about that for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Just to leave people with something to think about for our couples interview.
Right.
So when you guys got together, was it like a jump into the lifestyle right away? Was it like, hey, man, like I'm into this? And he's like,
okay. No, it was kind of like he brought it up.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, wait, I tried it with an ex and it didn't work. And he was like a jealous nightmare. And so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. Because I was just like whoring around. I was just single, like living my best life, going out to bars, hooking up, running around our city with my other single girlfriend. And we were just like doing the damn thing. And so I was like,
savagery.
Okay, wait. I was like, I like this guy and I can fuck other people. I was like, this sounds like a dream.
Like, we're going to make this work.
Hell yeah.
We're going to make this work. It was like, I'm not going nowhere. I try to tell guys all the time, I'm like, bro, if you give your girl the world, I promise she'll never leave. I promise she'll never leave. Like, if you give her the world, take care of her and let her get her what? She will definitely never leave.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no reason to. It's like, yo, I'm already getting it in. Like, why the fuck? Where do I have to go?
Literally.
Like, my life is good. It's good.
Same thing goes for him.
Facts. Exactly.
Same thing goes reverse too.
Facts. That's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true. And I know your husband. He's or your boyfriend, fiance, whatever y'all are. I don't even know what y'all status is. I just know you're together.
Boyfriend. Yeah.
Boyfriend. I know him. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's good people.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
And he be getting it in.
No, he gets it in. Yeah, we always joke and say that, like in lifestyle and content wise, I'm like more bi-curious. Like I've had experiences with girls, but I didn't have an experience with a natural born female until I started content.
Yeah.
And I always say that like if I was really into girls, it'd be over for all of you guys. It'd be over because all the girls always trying to get on my dick, but. You know, it's just not really. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be thanking God. I'm sure all the guys thank God too, because I know if you started, you could rampage. Like there's nothing more dangerous. Okay.
Yeah.
You got the best of both worlds.
Yeah. There's like that soft femininity, especially for bi girls, and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I love dick, but also I love women."
Exactly.
It's just really unbeatable.
It really is. Like you can't. We're not competing with that. Well, on that bombshell. Thank you for coming on to Stag View. Can you tell everybody where they can find you at?
Yeah, so it's Bella Joie on Instagram, Bella Joie on OnlyFans, and then the doll Bella on Twitter.
All right, y'all heard that.
All exciting stuff.
All exciting stuff. Well, I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm Lupe.
I'm Bella.
And this is Stag View. Peace.